Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. As this is going to be my very first video of 2024 on my this channel, so I wish all of you a very happy new year. May all of your wishes come true. You will enjoy good health, wealth, and you will find the purpose, because definitely this year has got a Saturnian vibes attached to it. So guys, although my initial plan was that I will start the new year with a topic or with a video which is going to be very motivating, very positive, optimistic, in simpler words reflecting my personality, but might be stars have something else in mind. So today I will be talking on a topic which was lately trending everywhere on the social media handles. So the topic which I'm talking about is from the past 2-3 days, Nostradamus Predictions 2024 has been trending on Google, on all the social media handles. Initially it did not catch my attention, but when this news came on the very first day of the new year that in Japan this massive earthquake came, so then I got interested, and when I read all the predictions which have been attached with this great astrologer's name, a French seer and psychic from 16th century, then also I thought, I got into this mode of introspection that how can we relate it or connect it with the astrological alignments? What is the basis of that? Because definitely guys, when we talk about clairvoyance or people who have this tendency to see things beforehand, foresee things, they do not even need to do any calculation. It's a typical trait of Ketu. But definitely because our channel is dedicated and devoted to planetary alignments and combinations, so we will try to look at it from that point of view. And definitely just to blend it with my own psychic readings and all. So it's Tuesday. I ensure to do Hanumanji Sundarkand on every Tuesdays and all. So after doing my morning prayers and all, I checked in the tarot cards as well, specifically the major arcana cards pertaining to the predictions which he has made, which has been trending, that how we can connect it with those cards as a theme. So guys, let me first take you to the predictions which he has made. So the article which I'm reading over here is, so what will happen in 2024? 16th century seer Nostradamus predicts naval war, climatic catastrophe, and rise of a new monarch in Britain. So let's dig deep into it and take all the predictions one by one. Now, if you want to connect it or relate it with Vedic astrology, so you know this thing that the whole vibration of this year is somehow being controlled or ruled by both the planet Saturn and Mars. So because 2024 from numerology, you'll make a sum total of it, you will get the number 8 being ruled by the planet Saturn in the numerology. And also guys, if you will take into consideration the our Chatra Shukla Pratipada, our lunar calendar, like which planet is the minister, which planet is the king of the year, over there as well you will see the resonance of the Saturn and Mars coming in. And also guys, when we talk about the 2023, so 2023 had the Ketu energy, and we all know that what happened in with the whole Israel situation, the whole on the 7th, when this attack happened on them, which was somehow was driven by extreme dislike for a typical race, a specific race, which led to so many which snowballed into so many events. So definitely the year's vibration always has a say to it as well. So let's look at the predictions of the Nostradamus made for 2024. So the first prediction which he has made is a huge naval war. So in his book Les Prophéties, Nostradamus predicted that the world will witness a terrible naval war in 2024. He predicted that red adversary will become pale with fear, putting the great ocean in dread. Now, some analysts have interpreted this as referring to an attack by China on Taiwan. Now, how we can decode it astrologically. So guys, definitely see, I never wanted to get into the Prashna Kundli, because this is a kind of a domain which we can solve from tarot. We can see the energies and the yearly vibrations, we can decode it from there. Now when it comes down to predicting or making an assessment on the countries, see, all the countries where there is democracy, you can still look at the chart of the countries, but I guess the way political whole hierarchy is in China. So looking at the chart of the supreme leader will give you more insight. Now guys, I definitely tried to look it in the Wikipedia and all. So the only thing which I was able to find out was that definitely birth time was not mentioned anywhere. His date of birth is only mentioned over there. Like the way I always highlight that the Venusian people can be the top leaders, political leaders as well. When I did a video on that, a case study. So even he is born on the 15th, but most important thing is that his moon is conjunct with Ketu in the Cancer. See now guys, understand this thing. See, in this whole year, when we talk about the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces. So in the Pisces, we already have Rahu transiting over there throughout the year. Scorpio is a sign which is also going to be receiving the double aspect of both the planet Jupiter and Saturn. And guys, whenever we talk about like moon being in the influence of Rahu or Ketu. Now why I say this thing, that there are those cases where people surprisingly become very fortunate or they have windfall gains in life. So these are those category of people who are always in favor of the notes. And when we talk about those people where the surprise sequence of events became responsible for their fall. So that is also, and that also happened because of Rahu and Ketu. Now, for a layman, this could be attached to the unforeseen events, but for an awakened mind, everything happens in the universe for a reason. Now why we do not like Rahu and Ketu is because they reduces our free will. Now guys, let's say for example, whenever we come across all those cases, like whenever Rahu and Ketu are playing an integral role or a significant role in your life, so nature always has a strong say. Like if you have to take a negative example of that, so someone saying this thing that I never go for a party, somehow I agreed on that day. I never drink in a party, somehow I drank on that day. I never drink and drive, I did that day and it had led to an accident. Or someone, I was in a very cushy job, everything was fine, somehow something happened, it brought me back to my roots. I started doing something like organic farming, something for my villages, for my own people, and somehow my fame and my inventions contributed to this global fame. So all these kind of things are somehow attached with Rahu and Ketu. So the thing which I'm saying over here is that if you look at the chart of Xi Jinping, so definitely looking at his chart and the alignments and the prediction which has been made, which has been trending, and what happened on January 1st, the chances of that, like on Taiwan issue, China and US and other countries getting embroiled in war, because the whole vibration of this year is being ruled by the Saturn and Mars. So diplomacy, whenever Saturn and Mars in a dominant position, diplomacy always takes a back seat, or trying to do things in a very mellowed way always takes a back seat. Everyone tries to prove their mettle through power, through force. So regarding that prediction which has been trending, and looking at what happened on the first day of the year, the chances of that event happening is strong. Now, the card which I found for that came out to be the Emperor card. But this card came out to be reversed. Now, this could lead to so many outcomes. This could be a case that just a lot many times what happens is that the people in the top of the power, if there are some inner chaos happening in the country, just to distract the attention of the masses, they forge a war, they wage a war into some other for some national interest. So the tendency of that also tend to remain very strong. So if I were to say, obviously I am nowhere close to the dust of the feet of this great seer Nostradamus, but yes, the tendency of that prediction seems to be very strong for this year. Now guys, we will come to the second prophecy. Now the second prophecy is all hail King Harry. So it has been written in his text, Nostradamus predicted that the king of the Isles would be driven out by force. Soon after a disastrous war, a new king shall be anointed, who for a long time will appease the earth. In an interview with the tabloid, a Daily Mail author said that the king of Isles may be reference to King Charles III, who may abdicate it in favor of Prince Harry due to relentless personal attack against him and Queen Camilla. So, like the way guys, I mentioned this thing, whenever Saturn and Mars are gaining prominence, and specifically Saturn. So Marses are always in a strong position, like kingship, monarchy and all is always in threat. So the card which I saw for that came out to be the upside King of Pentacles. So again guys, now the thing over here is that it has not been mentioned in this prediction that whatsoever is gonna happen, you will be your throne is going to be usurped, or it's gonna happen in a forceful way. It's like the person might by himself abdicate it. So the chances of that, or the way I look at this prophecy, the way it has been mentioned, the tendency of happening that, but the thing is that in this whole thing, the whole outcome which is coming out is that the person who's going to abdicate the position will still command the respect and honor and rule the hearts of the masses. This is what is gonna come over here. Now guys, the third prediction which has been made is an imminent climate catastrophe. The astrologer warned that climatic changes will continue to wreak havoc on us. One passage stated, the dry earth will grow more parched and there will be great floods when it is seen. This may indicate rising global temperature and heat wave due to greenhouse effect. So guys, for this, the card which came out to be the Hermit card. So the thing is, the Hermit card came out to be reversed in my reading. So generally it indicates the way, see, when it comes down to tarot, there is no fixed thumb rule like 2 plus 3 is 5. What generally I have found this card whenever it comes in my reading is that someone who has been looking out for answers, he is in quest of something. A reverse card generally tells about the end of the quest of finding the solution, landing at a solution. So the thing is, the chances of that event happening is strong, but masses and people and scientists and innovators and environmentalists will be able to handle it or tame it or tackle it on timely manner as well. But the tendency and possibility of that event happening this year is gonna be strong. It is gonna happen. Means generally when we talk about the whole chaos and mayhem, and that generally happens when you have like a Tower card or Death card. So the card of the Hermit, that too reversed, is still a good news. Now guys, the last prediction is the astrologer predicted that Pope Francis, the current religious head for the Catholics, could have a replacement through the death of a very old pontiff. Now there has been these news that the incumbent Pope, his health is deteriorating and there are those health related concerns as well. A Roman of good age will be elected. Of him it will be said that he weakens his see, but long will he sit and in biting activity, wrote the astrologer. So now guys, when I look at the tarot for that, the major arcana card, so for that the card came out to be the Sun card, but it came out to be reversed. So this is generally a sign of a weak vitality and deteriorating health. So yes, that's all what I can add to this prediction. So guys, in a nutshell, all what I can say is that these are not something, it's like not a bullet being fired in the dark. All the predictions which has been made and the way the universe witnessed some of the catastrophic events right from the day one of the year, the tendency and possibility of those events happening and aligning it with the planetary movements and all tend to remain very strong. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Thank you.